Hey guys, it's Caleb from Brickloaf, and today we're going to be looking at set 75053, the Ghost, and set 75048, the Phantom. Even though these are technically two separate sets, they go together, and on their own, they both are missing something. The Ghost is missing the Phantom, and the Phantom needs the Ghost. They don't look right unless they're together, so we're just going to combine them into one big video. We're going to start first by looking at the Ghost and its figures. First up, we have Kanan Jarrus, and this is the version with dark brown hair and eyebrows. It's important to distinguish because there was an earlier run of the Ghost set that had Kanan with black hair and black facial hair and eyebrows, and that figure goes for about $250 to $350 because LEGO realized that it was inaccurate to what his hair color was, and so they changed it to this dark brown color. This figure goes for about $50 sometimes. This specific Kanan has appeared in a total of 5 sets, which means that all of these pieces can be found in some other set. Now, the same can be said for the other Kanan, even the black hair, except for his facial hair. His minifigure head, the one with the black facial hair and eyebrows, has only appeared in that early run of the Ghost ship. Next up, we have Hera Syndulla, the captain of the Ghost. This specific figure appears in 2 sets, the Big Ghost, which we're going to be looking at, and then the micro fighter that they released, I believe, was 2 years after the original. Outside of those 2 sets, you can't find these legs, head, torso, or headpiece on any other figure. What's really cool about the uniform here is that the legs and the torso have printing that really looks like it's coming together as one piece. Sometimes it looks like LEGO minifigures have separate legs and they're just put together, but this one actually looks like it's one overall piece. The colors on the helmet and the jacket match, which is really cool, and the hat even has printing on top with goggles. This is definitely one of the coolest Phoenix character figures that we have. It's even got a double-sided face. You can see one side is a smile and the other one is just a kind of frown. Just to give a price estimate, this figure goes for about $20 to $45. Next up, we have Zeb Aurelios, and this figure only appeared in this Ghost set. He never had any other version in any other microfighter. He only appeared in the Ghost, which makes him really valuable. The figure is priced around $70 to $130 on Bricklink. You can see his legs and torso look like they're unified, just like Hera's does. His arm and his head mold are that really cool shade of purple. His head is actually really unique. This mold has never been used for any other character. You can see he's got the beard printing there, and there's printing all over the front. It's probably one of the weirdest Star Wars characters we've ever had a figure made of. It looks really strange in LEGO form, but it's the best you could do when you have, that sort of alien creature. One of the coolest things about this figure is that on some of the shoulders there are these little reflective little scratch marks that you can see, and I think those are really cool for this figure. And finally, for this set, we have a Rebels Stormtrooper. This is just the standard Rebels Stormtrooper that appeared in every other Star Wars Rebels LEGO set at this time. I understand the need to break up the figure selection for these sets, but Sabine did not come in either the Phantom or the Ghost, and I feel like it would have been really perfect if they had given you all of the Phoenix Squadron characters if you bought the Ghost and the Phantom, instead of having to buy those two in addition to some outside sets. I feel like they could have replaced this Stormtrooper with Sabine, and then with Chopper and Ezra and the other Phantom, you would have had all the Phoenix Squadron characters, and I think that was a really big disappointment with this figure. The Ghost itself has some pretty cool features. First of all, you have this little swivel gun on the bottom that does turn left and right. You can lower this little hatch here and you can see a little spot for the gunner of that to sit. Usually I stick Kanan here, and you can actually see the little cockpit right above it where the pilot goes. You can put Hera right there. They are connected. There's also a really cool feature on the front of this ship that I think more Star Wars ships should use. These 2 little flaps on the left and right can be used as storage. All you have to do is raise them by that little hinge piece on each side, and you can see inside on the left there's a little blaster. You can put Kanan's lightsaber in there if you want, and on the other side is storage for more of the little flick fire missiles or the spring-loaded missiles that they use in this set. Those spring-loaded missile shooters can be found on the bottom of the ship. They're tacked on to where the little feet on the back are, and there's one on each side. All you have to do is just push down the little launcher that's right behind it on the back. It's really easy to see. They didn't really hide it much, but I like how you can store the little blasts. One of the cooler features is this little rotating gun here. It does have different changing elevations, and it turns from side to side. You can pull it straight out and in. It is a little tight in there, so it's hard to get it out and in. You can see that there is a seat in this little gun turret. All you have to do is take the top off, sit a character in it, and put it back in, and it looks like they're firing it. Right between the swivel gun and the cockpit is another open area that connects. You can put blasters in here, whatever you want. It's got even a little danger sign where it spins, but I like how they have this open so it's like the characters could be moving through it. On the back, it's again connected. There is a little door there, or a little window piece that they use as a door, which is supposed to connect where the Phantom is. Obviously, this set isn't meant to have the Phantom when you purchase it from the store, so it does come with this big open section in the back. So you are expected to have the Phantom along with this. This little flap here will hold it into place. And you can see when you open that little door, you can see it's connected to the gun port. They've got a sticker on the center, which kind of fills in that space if you don't have the Phantom, but if you do, there's no purpose for it. The set does have some huge engines in the back. There are 4, there are 2 large ones, and then 2 in the center. The bottom looks kind of messy with all the different colors, but you can see the flick fire missiles there, and this one little switch, and if you pull it, it will drop down a hatch. This hatch is supposed to lead to the cargo area, so it does have a little storage crate here, and all you have to do is just close the door back up and push the switch in, and it'll close it again. Inside the storage is a Jedi holocron, just like Kanan has. They built this one out of 3 1x1 bricks. You can just put it back inside, put the top back on the storage crate, stick it in the hatch, and close it. Another cool feature is that each side of the Ghost has an escape pod. If you pull them both straight out, they will slide on those pieces, and they are just gently held in there so you can take them off fairly easy. The escape pods aren't as complicated as the one that they had for C-3PO and R2-D2 when they crashed on Tatooine, but they are a cool feature. You can see it's very simple. They have a little control panel on the inside, and they do open up so that you can put a figure inside. And I really like how they used the sides here. They could have just built them out of brick and left it at that. I really like how they added this feature where you are actually able to play with them in some way. And those are the main features of the Ghost. Now, the Phantom came with Ezra Bridger, and this figure is not unique to this set. You can see that they chose to use standard legs here, which he's a kid in the show, so I don't know why they didn't use the short legs, but they'll give Harry Potter short legs in all the sets. Anyway, there's printing on the front and back of the torso, and there's printing on the front of the legs. It's all got that weird orange color. His head and his hair do appear on plenty of other figures, but his torso and his legs are unique to the Ezra character. Now, what gives this figure some value and some unique aspect to it is his headgear. It's an alternate headgear. Instead of the hair, you can use this helmet. It's supposed to be like the trooper helmet that they use for training in the show, and this is unique to Ezra. It does not appear on any other figure. I actually really like that they added the helmet to this figure because it's so different from the other LEGO Stormtrooper figure helmets we have, and I think it gives it some variety and it makes this set unique in some way, especially the figures. And the other figure from this set is Chopper. Chopper is not unique to the set. He has appeared elsewhere, but continuing on what I was saying earlier, this makes all but one of the Ghost characters, all of the Ghost Squadron. The fact that they didn't put Sabine in this set, and she only appears in 2 other sets. One was a really expensive one, and one was like a speeder bike chase. Both of them are different from each other. It's kind of sad because you don't get all of them. But what I really like about this set, at least, is that they do have a feature just for Chopper, so he does get to interact with the Ghost and Phantom somehow. This is the Phantom. It is relatively small, but it does fit both characters. And right off the bat, I have an instant complaint, and it is that spring-loaded launcher up top. Why they put that on top when you could just take the tile off and put it like that? It looks so much better like that. I don't know why they always have to add a spring-loaded launcher to every set at this period of LEGO Star Wars, but it is what it is. The wings do fold up and down. They're supposed to fold up when you put it in to the Ghost or when you're landing it, and they fold down when it's flying. There are 2 little thrusters in the back and a little hatch that you can open up to access the inside. But first, let's take a look at the wings. They do have some printing on the sides where the engine is, and there's some detailing on the wings, which is really cool. I like how they fold up and they fit in perfectly with the set, which will also align perfectly with the Ghost. You can open the front cockpit panel, and there is a little stickered piece there that's unique, and enough room for Ezra to sit inside and have his arms down. Now, another feature that I really love about this is that that hatch in the back is made to hold Ezra's helmet. I hate it when you get a set like this and they have an alternate headpiece or weapon and there's nowhere to store it. You just have to stick it in a bin somewhere. I love how you can store his helmet in here. And also you can take the top off here where the spring-loaded launcher is, and there's enough room on the center to put Chopper inside. And this isn't like a Jedi Starfighter or X-Wing where they sit on top. You can actually fit the entirety of Chopper inside and hold the character there. So for a small set, besides the spring-loaded launcher, this is amazing because it has all the room for characters and pieces that you need. And this is what the sets look like when they are combined, when the Phantom is attached to the back of the Ghost. The colors and the designs look very good. You can tell that they're two separate ships, but they do have some uniformity to them. To attach the two, all you have to do is raise the flap on the Ghost, slide the Phantom in, and that flap, when you close it back down, will hold the Phantom in place. And that is the Ghost and the Phantom set. Two really great Star Wars ships. We're glad to have them, that had great figure selection and only just a few things wrong with them. Now, some of you had asked to see the mock that we did for the Sesame Street modular actually in our city. So here you can see where it's in between the Parisian restaurant and Rex's arcade. I think it looks great next to these others. You can't even tell that it's a custom. It looks just as good as the others, maybe just a bit short, but the design is amazing. It's a great corner building, and you can see all the details if you put it next to another corner building to make kind of like a little alleyway or walkway for figures. And that is it for today's video. I am in a full-time master's program right now, so if it seems like videos are taking just a little bit longer, I will still be making them. It may just take me a little bit more time. But if you did enjoy this video, please be sure to like, comment down below what you think, and subscribe to see more.